Hi, James Blunt.
Hey, how are you doing?
Fine, you?
Good.
How is your stay in Vienna so far?
It's really good. Thank
Yeah?
you.
Is it your first time here?
No, this is. I've come to Vienna loads of times, and not just for music. But I used to come here as a child, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and so we were based in Germany with my father. That's where he worked and lived, and so we came down to Austria a lot. But then with music, I've come here a bunch of times, and it's a really fantastic place to be.
Okay, perfect. Do you have a favorite city?
In Austria, well, I have my closest friends live in Salzburg, and so I go on holiday there a lot. I used to ski in a place called Outback, which is a really beautiful place. But I play the most here in Vienna, I'm coming back on a tour in February, and so I'll be touring throughout Austria. I'm playing in Innsbruck as well, a couple of other places I need to look up online, and it'll be really fun to be back here.
Perfect. Um, when did you find out in general that you want to do music as a profession?
I learnt the piano when I was 7. I really hated it. My mother made me learn. But when I was 14, I picked up an electric guitar. A friend showed me some chords, and then I started writing my own songs as ideas. And really, at that moment, I realized I wanted to be a professional.
So, when it comes to music, when you're writing music, what is first, the melody or the lyrics?
I think I think that would be thinking about music too much. And if you do that, then you're writing a song as if it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Instead, I think I wait for something that there's an emotional inspiration. You know, you need to split up with someone. You need someone to die. You need something to make you feel something, and then you just go and write the song. It just comes out of you. You just live the music that way. So it's without thinking about it.
So, you just feel it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just to get in on the music is the most honest way of writing a song.
Let's talk about your new album. It's called A Once Upon a Mind, and I listened to it just in the morning, and wow, really, really nice. What
Cool.
is the story about it?
Well, my father's not very well at the moment on one hand, and on the other, I have a very new, young little family. And so I see the circle of life playing out in front of me, and so these songs are hugely intense about them. I have limited time with them all, especially because I go away on these tours for 18 months at a time, which when someone's that age is a very long time. And so I've written songs for them. They're not really for the public. They're not for public consumption. They're for these people who I love and leave.
So there's one special song on that album, which I get really goosebumps from. It's called, I have to look it up, How It Feels to Be Alive. So is this song about your situation right now then?
Yeah, I mean, all of them are. All of them are. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty intense moment and a pretty sad song, isn't it? But there are others that are just as intense for me. A song called Monsters is for my father. And it talks about my relationship really with him, how it changes as a child. You idolize a parent, and then you become friends when you realize that they have their own fallibilities. And then as they become more frail, you have to look after them. And songs for my children, like The Greatest, because when you look at the news, the world seems like a pretty messed up place. And it's just to them to say, I want them to be the best that they can be, better than the people who came before them, including myself. So all the songs have a real meaning to me.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to tell your 13-year-old self?
Yeah, don't take the green pill.
The blue one.
Take the blue one instead.
That's a good advice, actually. Or the red one.
Yeah, just not the green one.
Pretty good. Do you have any dream collaborations for the future?
Do you know what? No, I don't. I really enjoyed collaborating on my last album. I had great fun working with Ed Sheeran and Robin Schulz and Ryan Tedder, who's the lead singer of One Republic. And that album was fun, I suppose. But because I wasn't emotionally inspired, I was using them for musical inspiration. But this album, no, it's not. It's too personal, really, for collaborations. It's just a really deeply personal album about real people who are in my life right now.
So, what kind of music do you listen to in your private life? Do you have anything special in your playlist right now?
Yeah, you know, I live in Ibiza. I like dance music, and so you know, I'm in clubs like Ushuaia. I've played in Ushuaia with Kygo. I really like The Weeknd as an artist. I lived in Los Angeles, and so I relate to the subject matter that he sings about quite a lot. But yeah, I kind of all kinds of stuff.
Is there any song in music history you wished you written by yourself?
No, I don't really feel that way. I love songs, but if someone else has written a great song, I don't wish I'd written it because it's just about their life. You know, I hope that I can just write something as meaningful to me. And yeah, I can be inspired, but I think, you know, when you're writing songs, you write a song for yourself about the people around you. That's more intense.
So how does it feel when people sing to your songs? Is it like a super intense moment, or do you feel honored, or what is the feeling like?
Yeah, it's really just amazing. You know, I can write something about something that's going on with me now, and for other people to connect with it in a way and see it as a soundtrack to their lives is really an incredibly touching moment. And for someone to come and see me and say, hey, this song means this to me, often is even more mind-blowing than the reason I wrote it.
All right, so you're going on tour next year, right? So you're coming back to Vienna, you told us before, in February. Is there something you want to tell your Austrian friends or fans?
Yeah, very much. This is the Once Upon a Mind tour, because I have an album out now, October 25th, and I will come on tour back through Austria from February 2020. Come along. I'm going to play songs from all the albums because I know that that's what people would like to hear, as well as some from the new. But we're excited to come down. I come with a band. There are 5 of us, and we rock. And we can't wait to play to an audience here in Austria.
So you play the guitar by yourself, right, on stage?
Well, I play the guitar and the piano, or sometimes the ukulele, sometimes the electric. You know, I just mess around with different instruments. But I have a band behind me, and they're way better musicians than I am. They make me look good, they've been, you know, my band for a while now. We have fun.
How many instruments are you playing then?
You know, I don't know. I suppose a bunch. Once you play one, you can kind of normally translate it to another.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried it my whole life, but...
I have a really good phone app called Guitar Toolkit, which teaches you how to play guitar, and then you can translate it to the ukulele. So you should grab that.
Yeah, definitely I have to do that. I have one last question. In times of social media, what is harder for you, to put your phone away for one day or to not listen to music for one day?
Yeah, you know, if I'm honest, of course, I do have a phone on me and I probably check social media more. I think it's a great pleasure not to look at it. It would be a great shame not to be able to hear music.
Yeah. And we are totally in love with your Twitter account. We just looked it up yesterday. You're so hilarious. It's so awesome. How important is it to be honest on social media?
Well, I don't actually write my own replies. Justin Bieber does it for me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I have to hire him as well, you know. That's nice. Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Dankeschön.
Thank you.